I don't even have time for a boyfriend right now. Like, the last thing on my mind is a man.
Does anyone else find it just the least bit suspicious that I'm like the complete and total package and I'm still somehow single? I think someone's playing a prank on me.
So you mean to tell me you saw me, liked me, wanted me, chased me, got me, and then you fumbled me? What?
Hey, do you want to hang out tonight? Yeah, sure. What time were you thinking? I gotta run home real quick, so why don't we meet up around 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock? Yeah. PM? Yes. Tonight? Yes. On purpose?
It's just a long string of very bad luck. And I don't know what kind of carnage I inflicted in a past life to deserve it. I must have been Dracula or a spin instructor.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we are going to be answering the question that a lot of single mothers seem to have, which is, how am I still single? You know, a lot of them will sit there and they'll list things like their career accolades, they'll say how fantastic they are, but at the same time wonder why they can't seem to find a man. So guys, before we jump into today's episode, as always, don't forget to go and subscribe to Manosphere, the creator of today's episode. He does some amazing work over here on YouTube, guys. He does a channel similar to mine, so make sure that you go and check him out. And without further ado, guys, let's just jump right in. Don't forget to leave any of your thoughts or your comments. I love how all these videos, guys, are from like the same women who will say that if an older man dates a younger woman, it's really creepy and it's terrible. Or like if a dude travels overseas because he doesn't want to deal with Western women, then somehow that makes him a bad person and he's using his power over women. Like, you'll hear all of these different sorts of arguments, guys. But you have women who are on TikTok bragging about how young men find them attractive as an older woman. Am I the only one, guys, who finds it incredibly creepy when middle-aged women get on TikTok and brag about their dating accolades or the accolades that they could have? Like, I've said this before, but it is not impressive. Like, I don't understand how girls get this idea in their head that it's somehow impressive that you have a bunch of dudes who will give you attention. Like, yeah, you're a woman on the internet. You know, you can make an Instagram account with pictures of your hand, and if your name's Caitlin in the handle, people are still going to follow you. I don't know what to tell you.
Welcome back, guys, to another video of When You Date a Single Mother. As you can see, this is a new trend for single mothers over 30 to brag how they can attract younger men, without even realizing that those men don't want to marry them, they just want to smash. But I want to ask you, what do you think their kids will say after they see these videos in 10, 20 years? What would they think about their mothers?
Here are some tips on dating as an independent woman. Number 1, you have no tolerance for scrubs, meaning a man has to be self-sufficient to even be considered dateable. He needs to have a good job, he needs to pay all his own bills, he needs to be in a career that he loves, because otherwise you'll have a man who's looking for a career coach or a life coach, not a girlfriend. You can't possibly build a life with a man who doesn't have minimum requirements of being an adult. It's never your job to fix a man's career, nor his life trauma for him and with him.
You are absolutely correct, ma'am. And it's not a man's job to raise another man's child.
Dating tips for independent women, part 2. Ladies, when you're independent, you have your pick. That means you are non-committal until the relationship deserves commitment.
I love how a lot of these girls seem to treat it as some sort of victory that they don't have to give up commitment to men. Like somehow they're the winners in the exchange. If a man gets with you and he doesn't have to commit to you, he's the winner, especially if you're a 30-plus-year-old career woman. Which, by the way, guys, I love how she's bringing up the fact that, oh, men are going to get with her because of her career. I swear to you guys, I don't know, I cannot recall a single time where any of my friends in real life or any guy that I know has said, you know what, I'm super interested in Stacy because, wow, look at her career. Girls get this idea in their head that men and women, we think the same. Men are typically, and really for the most part, not interested in whatever career accolades you have going on. These things are not really interesting to us. Guys don't look at you and go, wow, what a fantastic way to progress my career. Let me get into a romantic relationship with this woman. I don't know any guy that thinks like that. I really don't.
Meaning you're non-committal until this party has shown you that this relationship now deserves your time and commitment.
Yeah, guys, so beforehand, it deserved the bedroom fun, but don't you worry, guys, she's not going to give up the time and commitment to you unless you prove that you're ready, you know? Like, why would guys put in the effort? They've got what they wanted. A lot of these guys are not dating you for a serious relationship, so they see you, they'll have the fun with you, and they'll ditch you anyway. So this is, like, this girl thinks it's like a gotcha moment, like, haha, I got these men. But the men are just looking at this saying, you know, I won, I'm out. I'm not interested in a relationship with you anyway. I'm going to date the 20-year-old woman who's not an independent career boss babe that comes with a lot of entitlement.
Non-committal means that you can see multiple people at once. I don't recommend having sex with all those people. I actually don't recommend you have sex right away at all. But you're going to explore all the options and see which one is worth your time and energy.
Okay, so first of all, the ones that she's attracted to, it will end up going there. Second of all, if a guy, here's the thing, if dudes date you, quote unquote, and they see you messing with all these other men, any dude who has self-respect doesn't want to take it any more serious. If a guy goes out with you, and let's just say, I don't know about you guys, right? But if you're a dude and you're out there and you're choosing to date, and you go out on a dinner date with a woman and you get the vibe, or worse yet, she tells you or something like that, like, I don't know, does this woman just tell men that she's seeing multiple other dudes? I don't know. But if you find out that you're dating a girl and she's seeing like 3 other guys, why would you ever take that woman seriously? Like, what on earth is the point?
And your body. Not to mention, any long-term relationship becomes a financial commitment as well. A long-term relationship can definitely determine your financial health and future. Therefore, committing to non-committal is your best bet. And when you're independent emotionally and financially, you are in no rush to make a decision. Take your time and go for the creme of the creme.
So she wants the creme de la creme, she doesn't want scrubs. Here I have a picture from her post, so you can see the hashtags she has in this video. Dating for women, dating in your 30s, dating in your 40s, female empowerment, successful women think differently, successful women in business, dating as a single mom, dating as a single parent, matriarchy rising, leadership for women. So she clearly is a feminist. Then why does she want a man? She can do it all. She's strong, independent. She can do it all. Why does she need a man?
I love this guy, man. He's hilarious. So if you guys didn't know, this is Manosphere. He did a face reveal recently. He's a good... I love how, like, a lot of people will insult content creators such as myself and Manosphere and say, oh, you know, we must be short, we must be ugly, whatever. This is a good-looking dude. He clearly goes to the gym. But I love how he pulls up the hashtags. So if you guys didn't know, this is what the back end of TikTok... this is, like, what happens when you click on a video in TikTok. He pulls it up just to show her hashtags. What a monster, man. Yeah, look at all this garbage in here. Dating in your 30s. This is one giant hashtag, by the way. Hashtag successful women in business. And this is, she doesn't, so again, she omits this from the video. Okay, she doesn't seem to bring up the fact that she's a single mother, but she is a single mother. Okay, I mentioned this, I think, in the last video, literally, where a lot of them will leave out the fact that they're a single mother. And then they'll be like, you know, why am I 30 plus years of age and single? I'm an independent babe. I have everything. But, you know, little known secret here, apparently, men don't want to date single mothers. Really is quite simple. Let's continue.
Okay. I think ranting on TikTok is going to be my new thing.
For sure. More content.
Because, look.
We'll bookmark your page.
So, okay. I'm a mom. Get it? Got it? Good. Okay. So here's my issue. When it comes to dating, I can't, my brain can't understand this or where it comes from or why it's even a thing. So right now, I guess I'm just trying to get understanding, but I'm also angry venting. Okay, so when it comes to dating as a single mother, this is when it becomes an issue for me. Why are you bringing up my child? I'm not, hello? Hello? Like, imagine messaging me and being like, oh, you have a kid? Side eye. Yeah, I have a kid. Side eye. Why? I'm sorry, let's get something straight. Like, if I'm dating you, my child has absolutely nothing to do with you. But the craziest part about it is this comes from guys that I'm not even dating.
Okay, so the problem is the child actually does have a lot to do with the man. If you are dating a guy, the fact that you have a child is incredibly relevant because you are what you're essentially doing. You might not say that you are, you might not believe that you are, but you're essentially bringing another person into the relationship. You're bringing baggage, okay? You might love your kid. That is fantastic. That is awesome. All the best to you. But again, this is another man's kid. And men are not interested in raising another man's kid for the most part. Like, they really are not. It adds, and even if you sit here and say, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to introduce you, you know, for a while, you'll still introduce him to the kid, okay? If anything forms into a long-term relationship at all, the dude is at some point going to have to interact with the child. And single mothers will try and brush it off like, oh, I have a full human being, which I am typically primary caretaker of, but don't worry, it's not relevant to the relationship that we have. That's a complete and utter lie, man. That's like me saying as a man, right? It's like going out here and you're dating women. It's like, oh, by the way, I don't have my own place to sleep. I have no job. I have no friends, but it's not really relevant to you. Of course it's relevant. Like, these are things that are going to matter, especially if you're looking for a long-term relationship. Like, a kid is not something that you just gloss over. You know what I'm saying?
They're just interested, or they're following me, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I think she said disinterested there, if someone wants to correct me in the comments. But yeah, men are going to be disinterested if you have a child, yes.
Why is my child your concern?
Ma'am, when you're making TikToks like this and you make your life public, of course men are going to comment, of course men are going to message you, and of course men are going to look at you differently if you have a kid. It matters so much to a man if you have a child. I don't understand why women can't get that.
You know, the older I get, the more I come to realizations. And I think I just had one.
Let's hear it.
Dating as a 30-year-old or in your 30s. 0 out of 10. I don't recommend. Dating as a single mom. 0 out of 10. Don't recommend. Dating as a stripper. Don't do it. It doesn't matter how loyal you are. Honest, openly communicative.
I'm sorry, I have to pause it like that. I was just drinking my drink right there. Did she say she was a loyal scripper? So this is a woman who's 30 plus years of age. She's a single mother. She works in the adult industry, but don't worry guys, she's loyal. Am I like hallucinating some of these videos, man? What is going on?
Attentive, affectionate. None of those things matter.
Correct. Because here's the thing. If you're attentive and you're affectionate, I'm sorry, all this gets cancelled out by the fact that you're a single mother over the age of 30 who works in the adult industry. A lot of guys are not going to be interested in that. You know, like, it's very weird to me, guys, how, like, a lot of individuals don't seem to understand or care and just straight out insult the idea that men actually have preferences. Like, nobody seems to consider this. It's like a huge enigma to these women. They're like, I don't know what's going on. Why is my dating life so difficult? But never once do they look at it from the male perspective and consider what men want out of relationships. And this isn't me bashing on this woman, guys. If she wants to go out there and date with the qualities that she has, hey, good luck to her. All right? But at the end of the day, a lot less men are going to be interested in her. And to be honest with you, a lot of it conflicts with one another. You can't be a loyal individual. I do not buy this idea, guys, that this girl is loyal, but yet she works in the industry that she does. Absolutely not. Let's keep going.
Okay, so serious question for all the guys out there. First of all,
Yeah, what's
dating
up?
in 2021 sucks. But why, when you meet a guy and everything's going great, the moment you open up to them, they run? Why? Are you all scared of commitment? Are you...
You know, she says, like, when I open up to men, they just run. What she's probably doing is she's probably telling men that she has a kid or multiple kids.
scared of a real woman?
So we have here a trifecta. Over 30, single mom, and a stripper. And she's wondering why it's so hard. And to the second one, ma'am, nobody is afraid of commitment. Nobody wants to raise another man's child. Why is it so hard for women to understand this? It's so easy.
This face right here. I don't know how many of you guys, when you're watching this video, like these videos, you do a face like this at one point or another. This is me when I'm recording a lot of these videos. Let me know in the comments if this is you as well. Let's keep going.
Dating as a single mother sucks. I'm constantly canceling on my dates, and it's because sometimes I can't count on her dad to show up on his days. And they love to say, just bring the baby. No, the baby cannot come. No, you can't meet the baby. The baby has to stay home. They also don't understand why you don't have a lot of time, why you can't hang out with them all the time, why you can't text them back, why you can't call them, and why they can't come to your home. It starts to get really weird too. Like, they start to get jealous of my child, and they're like, I don't know why I'm not a priority to you. And because you're not. My child is. You're not my child. I have one. Last, I'm already a single mom, and my patience is like 0. And any little stunt that he tries to pull, or like any little miscommunication, you're out. I have no mercy, no grace. I don't have time for bullshit. I'm not going down that rabbit hole again.
Notice how she says again, like this is something that she has done multiple times before. Okay, so let me get this straight. All of the games, all of the, you know, this stepping out of line, quote unquote, that men do, right? That was all appropriate in the past. But now that you're a single mother, now that you're, you know, you're getting older and older, you won't stand for these things anymore. It's really kind of interesting how that works, guys. You know, you have these dudes who, I don't know, like, if you're a man and you're committing to a single mother, straight away, I think that you just lack self-respect. You probably need to think a little bit better about yourself. But these are the men who will probably treat you the best anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the guys who will go flip over backwards, do whatever it is that you want them to do. And these women are out here saying, oh, you know, you put one foot out of line and you're gone, as if it's some kind of, like, these guys don't understand. That is such a blessing in disguise. If these girls kick you out of their life, it's like a bullet dodge, man. Absolute bullet dodge.
So there are certain realities that women who are dating who have a child and there's not a man that is present, okay, whether that means a single mother or a divorced mother. I just learned that there's a difference between the two. There are harsh realities. I'm going to get into it in this video.
I mean, I think they're in the same bucket. These are not women that you should be committing to, you know? Like, I've heard dudes go out here and they want to date these girls. Personally, I think it's rather dangerous. But, you know, they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're all in the same bucket, which is no commitment.
Number one, it is limited options, okay? A lot of men don't prefer to date women with children. It's just, or with even with a child. It's just the reality of it. So we have to be mindful of the fact that our options are limited. Number two, your conduct in how you deal with men is very important. You now have children watching you conduct yourself in your relationships, making certain decisions. So it is very, very important for you to be aware of how you conduct yourself in the relationship. Because there's a child that's present, you have to be very, very careful.
about the men that you bring around your children.
Yes, ma'am, I totally agree. You have to be careful of the man that you bring around your child. But why weren't you careful before? Why weren't you careful when you chose the man you had a baby with? Why? Why are you a single mother now? Why now you are realizing that you have to choose better men? Why now? Oh, and I almost forgot, guys. You heard that first woman, what she said. She doesn't have patience, she doesn't have time, and you're not her first priority. Why would you go after that? Why?
Dating as a single mom is not easy. I have a total of 4 to maybe 6 free nights a month. 4 to 6. Standard is 4. But when those come, you know, I want to go and do something. I want to spend that time with somebody that I'm getting to know. So I know how this goes. Other parents know how this goes. And I tell myself I usually only date other parents. But she re-downloads Tinder and matches with a little hottie that doesn't have kids and is quickly reminded of why she only dates other single parents.
See, here's the thing about socializing, dating, and being a single mom, right? Anybody else relate? Moms, y'all relate? I am always with my child. So it's like when I get my time off, I'm like, oh, yeah, like I'm going to do everything. I'm going to hang out with my friends. I'm going to go see the guy I'm talking to. I'm going to do everything in one night. I made plans to see this person and go hang out with my friends first. And then I was going to come here, right? Okay. Well, yeah, I was supposed to be here like 3 hours ago. And I was like, I'm going to finish hanging out, whatever, cool. I think he fell asleep. And I've done this to him like 3 times. Like, I keep trying to just balance the socializing and then like the dating aspect, and like it's not working. Mom's like, what do I do?
What do I keep telling you guys? They don't have time for you, and you're not a priority. That guy is a simp, a first-class simp. Don't be like him. Don't.
I don't know why. Like, this woman said she's literally done this to this dude 3 times in a row, and for some reason he's still sticking around. That to me is just absolutely insane. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. I'm going to leave a link to Manosphere's channel pinned at the top comment, guys, so make sure that you go and give him a sub. And without further ado, guys, we're going to be leaving it there. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.